So recently, I've been thinking about the current state of Star Wars and where it could actually go from here. Now, first off, my bad. I was gone on vacation. I was completely out of town, and I was just hanging out with my wife with for her birthday. We just pretty much had a whole weekend thing. It was extremely fun. I didn't take any videos, anything like that. I just wanted to spend the time with her, just make it all about her this weekend. So that's where I was. But what if I told you that the current state of Star Wars, we're actually in a nice spot in Star Wars? Now, I know everybody's going to say, oh, what about Acolyte? What about this? It's actually not about that. It's actually because those things have already happened is why I say we're in a good spot. Now let me explain, because after this massive flop that was Star Wars Outlaws, I mean, they just now hit 1 million copies sold, which is absolutely horrible for Ubisoft. I don't think that actually comes back with more repercussions than it comes in Star Wars, other than it comes on repercussions towards Ubisoft, because Ubisoft is a shit company. But outside of the gaming sphere and outside of the TV show sphere right now, we're actually in a good place as Star Wars fans, only because right now we're kind of in limbo right now. We have a choice, or Disney has the choice to either go back to doing the same crap that they were doing before, or we can restart and kind of get a new fresh start right now. And what I mean by that is we can completely ditch what we've been doing with the Rey movies, with all that stuff that's coming out, or we could actually shift and change our tone towards something better that Star Wars fans would actually all love. I've mentioned this in past videos before too as well, that Star Wars just needs a win right now. We need something that we can all write home about, kind of like how Mandalorian was. Season 1 of Mandalorian was how it reunited all Star Wars fans. And that's because it was a good show. It was a great show that everybody could actually get together and love together. And we actually all as Star Wars fans were rejoicing at that time. Same thing after the first couple episodes of Ahsoka. We all loved Ahsoka TV show. Well, at least me personally, it lost me up around the final couple episodes. But I kind of understand what they're trying to do, because they're trying to set up a movie, which I think is just a weird decision overall, because why not just have a season 2 of Ahsoka, or at least flesh out the final parts of the story of season 1 before you do this movie? But we're only going to get one season of Ahsoka, then we're get the movie, which is kind of weird to me. But that's besides the point. Mandalorian season 1 and parts of Ahsoka actually brought fans back together. We are all rejoicing and loving it. That's what we need back in Star Wars. You need a breath of fresh air. Which is why I'm excited for shows like Andor Season 2 and Star Wars Skeleton Crew, because it gives that other side of Star Wars, that fans that we don't really necessarily see, and if they do good, then we can, as I said before in past videos, they're not going to be world beater shows by any means of the stretch, but they could also just be a good show, a great time. And then that can reset our minds mentally towards heading on to the next season or the next big Star Wars TV show and or movies. That's something that we can get and not be negative about. Because right now, all we have is negative connotations. I mean, me included, I have negative connotations about Star Wars right now. And that's none of our faults. That's all Disney's fault right now. But also, they deserve all the criticism that they're getting. I'm not saying the criticism isn't necessarily warranted, but what I am saying is that maybe we can actually get a fresh start with these next couple TV shows. And then hopefully right now, being in Star Wars limbo, Disney can kind of hit the reset button. Kind of like how Deadpool and Wolverine was a reset button for the MCU. Deadpool and Wolverine has completely brought eyes back to the MCU and what's going on over there with that. The MCU is kind of hitting a mini reset right now. I mean, we've never seen this much attention given to them. I mean, look, the Thunderbolts trailer had what, like 10 million views? I mean, that's insane for MCU right now. I mean, the MCU has hit a full reset because of Deadpool and Wolverine. Basically, what I'm saying is that we need our Deadpool and Wolverine project. We need our rated R Star Wars film, something along those lines. Maybe another Clone Wars live action that can bring us all back and we can all rejoice. Or maybe even something fresh and new, something like a rated R Star Wars film. That would be really nice for us right now. But to me personally, my next big bet for what could possibly be our Deadpool and Wolverine would probably have to be the Mandalorian and Grogu film. Now, I'm not saying that it is going to be that. I'm just saying I hope it can be something like that. And also, if not, and we also have our own things that we could push forward. I'm still writing a script for my own Star Wars film, or kind of a short film or fan film, you could say. Just me, a couple of friends that I'm going to trust, and a couple other things, small budget kind of things like that that's going to go on. But anyway, that's all I got for this video. Let me know your guys' thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Do you agree with me right now where the current state of Star Wars is, if you kind of understand where I'm coming from? But anyway, may the Force be with you, and as always, have a great rest of your day.
You failed, Your Highness. I am a Jedi, like my father before me.